live this morning on KFMK in Houston.
Over 8,000 people right here in my backyard. H-Town, baby. And so now it's time for us to accelerate and to put your dreams in motion. All that we're gonna do in 2020 starts right now. We're gonna put them in motion. 1, 2, 3.
We barely scratched the scratch of the surface. But there's so much more that we can do with IGO, and we're gonna do it.
U stands for something. Loyalty. Unity. And edification.
Yeah, I accelerated. I'm going fast now. You know they don't want these. I feel like a cash cow. Stack it up. I put all my money in Teslas. They tryna catch up, but ain't fast enough. We don't win, it's unanimous. Alright, threw a boomerang and hopped on a plane with somewhere it never rains. Yeah, we
So therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, one who even as the mayor of the 4th largest city in the United States, I'm inspired by what you do. Therefore I proclaim this day, February 23rd, 2020, as Earlene and Holton Bugs Day.
Yeah, foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated, 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated. You know what?
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Dawn Farbert, and I, along with my husband of 26 years, Will Farbert, are Sapphire Ambassadors and I Boomerang. I want to welcome you to this amazing opportunity call, and I am going to be giving you a whole lot of information about this opportunity. So I suggest that you get your pen and paper, that you take some notes, write down any questions that come to mind, because we are going to have a question and answer session at the end of this presentation. So the reason you are on this call today is because someone thought highly of you and invited you to hear about the #1 fastest growing home-based business of 2019. And I am excited to share this with you. So in the chat, I want you to write the person's name who invited you so that we can know whose guest you are. And the company I am going to be talking about is called iBoomerang. So when you throw out a real boomerang, if you throw it out correctly, it will come back to you. So iBoomerang's philosophy is that when we throw out goodwill, which we do, we give because we're giving people opportunities, and I will explain everything, it's going to come back to us in the form of commissions. When you throw out positive energy, that's what you attract back. So anything that you do, whether it be positive, negative, you're going to attract that back to you. So as I go through this presentation, I want you to be thinking about 3 things so that you can make a decision. Can you do this? Is it worth doing? And why would you want to do it? So I want you to write your why also on top of your page, or have it in front of your mind. Whatever your why might be, your why is going to be different from my why. Your why is probably going to be different from someone else's why. But you know within yourself what your why is and what can you do. If money wasn't an issue, what are some of the things that you would want to do for you and your family? So iBoomerang pre-launched in March of 2019. And it fully launched in September. So we are just about 14 months old. So you have the opportunity to be involved in a company that is still on the ground level. We haven't taken off yet into the air. So this is the best time. A little background about myself. I am currently the admissions manager at the Bermuda Hospitals Board. In that role, I have full responsibility over all the registrations that are done at King Edward, that are done at MWI, and as well as the Urgent Care Center. I also have over 15 years experience in the finance industry, where I worked in investments and fund administration as a fund accountant. We all have had major decisions to make in our lives, and I'm talking about life-changing decisions. When you come to a crossroad and you have to make that decision, not knowing where that road is going to take you, but still having to make a decision and make it work. So my ones were at the age of 14, I had to just make a decision if I was going to be a teenage mom, which I did at the age of 15, and very scary, but saying, okay, I'm going to do what I have to do. Let me get this done. Then at the age of 21, I decided that I was going to get married to my husband, who I'm still married to now, 26, almost 27 years now later. Again, against all of the naysayers saying you can't do it, you can't do it, and people telling you what you can and can't do. Then I went to build my dream home, and it was my first time home, and everyone was saying, oh, go and buy a condo, do this, you're not going to be able to afford to build a house. All of this, did it. Everything's working out perfectly fine. My fourth major decision was leaving the private sector to go to take the admissions supervisor at that time job, because I was working in the exam company days doing the fund accounting, and I was going to work nights at King Edward in the admitting department. And during that time, because we were always taught that, you know, you work hard, you do what you have to do. And I did, I worked really hard. I was able to achieve a lot, but at what cost? You know, it cost me a lot of missed time with my family, with my children, with them growing. So this is why I'm coming now with this opportunity that a lot of times we are just stuck in a rut, meaning trying to make ends meet. And I don't know what the end result's going to be for you with this presentation, but I just want you to think maybe you don't need much. Maybe you just need a little extra $1,000 a month or $5,000 a month. Maybe you just need enough to just help you breathe. I don't know what it is that you need. But I say all that, what I say about the life-changing decisions, not to impress, but to impress upon you that you have to make a decision, and then you have to make that decision work. Because a lot of decisions that you make, we don't know what it is that's going to transpire in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation. Okay, so the company I'm going to be talking about is IBM Marine, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of cash. So I want to start with a disclaimer that IBM Marine cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our program. Why? Because this is not a job. This is a business opportunity. And if you decide to join, you are going to be a business owner. So you set the standards of what you want to make, or you set the level of what money you want to make. And we don't know what your work commitment would be. We don't know what your work ethic is. So we can't guarantee it, because someone might do it more and get more, while someone might do less and get less. So what I can say is whatever it is that you decide that you're going to do, you will be rewarded for it. Okay, so it's time for network marketing to evolve. What does that mean? We all know blockbusters, and for us it was leisure time. You saw how Netflix came and just trumped them. That we evolved from going and renting DVDs and drop them in the Dropbox to where you could just look at TV from home online. Well, that's how network marketing is evolving. We are looking to give our consumers a first-class experience. That means customer amazement, because we all know that if you go somewhere and you have excellent customer service, you're going to be a repeat customer. And what we offer to our ambassadors or business owners is success without selling. Why? Because nobody likes to sell, and no one likes to be sold to. We don't like going up and asking people for anything. So we're taking the network marketing from the taxi cab era, where customers pay more and only the strong recruiters win, into the modern era where we make money only when our customers save money. And we have cutting-edge technology to help our ambassadors succeed. So every ship is only as good as its captain. Our captain and CEO is Mr. Holton Buggs. He's a visionary leader. He's the CEO and chairman of IBM Marine. And I like this slide because it gives a nice timeline of his accomplishments and where he's come from. So right now, he's a multimillionaire, yes. But in 1990 to 1997, he was just like me. He was just like you. He was just starting out. He was earning less than $500 per month. And at that time, he could have quit, but he was learning the industry. He was rethinking, retraining his mind to think like a business owner. He was going through a lot where people were saying, you know, why are you still doing this? You're not making any money. But he was learning people. He was being teachable, coachable, and trainable because he knew that he wanted this industry to work and that he did not want to have a regular job. He wanted to be a business owner. So from 1997 to 2009, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. So when he started the project that he started in 2009 for 10 years, he took that system and he had record-breaking earnings and sales, and he supported over 45 people into becoming millionaires. So Mr. Bugg said if he could do that for his own company, for that company, when he decided to do iBoomerang, he wasn't looking at opening up his own company, but his wife, as we women are smart, encouraged him to go ahead and open up his own business. So when he came back to the industry, he didn't come back because he needed to, because in his prior company, in that prior company where he was working, he was earning $1.3 million every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks, 1.3 million. Think about that. So he wanted to come back and fix the industry. This was his legacy move. He wanted to come back and say that he was able to fix the network marketing industry. And while doing so, he wants to create another 100 millionaires. So I say, why not me? And I'm going to ask you, why not you? Because I always believe that if one person can do something, you just have to show me that it can be done. And then I could do it too. The systems are already in place. So this was his legacy move, and he handpicked it, his team. I'm not going to talk about every last one of them, but I am going to tell you that together, all of these people on this slide represents over 200 years experience in this industry. So while we may be new, we don't look new, and we are not performing like a new company. So how will we bring this vision to the world? It all starts with the perpetual residual income builder. Perpetual residual income builder, the PRIB, not prime rib, the PRIB, which has been trademarked by Mr. Buggs, is our technology. This is our product. Our product is technology. We are a technology company. The PRIB is like a virtual assistant, like Siri and Alexa. Is going to assist you, and I'll show you how in the next slide. But what I want you to get out of this slide more than anything is that residual income, that perpetual, ongoing residual one, meaning that you do something once and you get paid for it over and over and over again. So you get paid in your sleep. And I always like to say, like Michael Jackson, he's not here anymore, but the work that he did while he was on earth, his family is still being rewarded for that over and over and over again. So this is what we want you to look at. I want you to think about your family. I don't know what type of family, what size family, I don't know what you need, but think about if you could build this business to your family, and that after you started and you get it to a certain level, they can just be earning over and over and over without you having to put any more work into it. So the PRIB is going to support you by obtaining data analytics, artificial intelligence, and with world-class people power. What does that mean, Dawn? It means that when you go and you look for something online, and then you come back online on a different site and you see the things that you've been looking for already popping up, that's what they're doing. They're watching you, and they're watching me because they've been watching me a lot here lately because I've been doing a lot of shopping online, and they're showing me the stuff that I've already seen. And I'm saying, these people are really, really watching me. Like, they're watching everything that I'm doing. So this is what the PRIB's gonna do. We're gonna be watching our customers to see what it is that they like, where they like to go, what things that they like, so that the PRIB can go ahead and market to them, just like Amazon does. So the PRIB's gonna assist you with selling to your customers. If you decide to have customers, it's gonna assist with your follow-up and your upselling. If you decide to build a team, if you're a business owner and you're looking for leverage, and you know that leverage is teamwork, if you decide to build a team, they're going to welcome your team members. They're going to do the orientation, training, upgrading. They're going to promote events and help with retention. So the PRIB's going to do for people what they have struggled to do for themselves. So how do we get into our PRIB? Our front door, just think of it like the front door to your house. The front door into the pre-op is our iGo travel platform. We are not a travel company. We are not travel agents. The pre-op is technology. iGo is travel. Why? Because travel is attractive. You don't have to go out and sell people on travel. People are traveling anyway. Not right now, but we can all agree that we will travel again. So when you go to them and they're traveling anyway, you could just say, here, let me give you a free website where you can get up to 35% savings. And in 2019 alone, we obtained over 500,000 customers. 500,000, and right now we're almost at 800,000 customers that use this platform. Somebody needs to be muted. So why travel? Travel is an $8 trillion industry. If you look on the left, you will see that Asia, Europe, and United States book over billions of dollars of travel each day. Latin America and Africa, millions each day. But I don't know if you guys knew this, because I didn't until I started iBoomerang, that when we go on those sites, Expedia, Travelocity, Orbitz, Hotels.com, and we're searching around. For me, I take about 3 weeks just to find a hotel because I'm trying to get the cheapest price, right? We're searching that because they give you this compare button to trick you into thinking that you're really going to get a comparison, some savings. But all of their sites are owned by two marketing companies, Booking Holdings and Expedia Group. So these two companies booked over $190 billion in 2018. So you know someone's getting paid a lot of money. So they do the retail prices and markup, and all we're saying is that our iGo platform is going to offer public prices, wholesale prices, backdoor prices, and we're not going to put that markup on it, and we're going to pass the savings on to our business owners as well as our customers. So what does that look like? I want you guys to eyeball this slide. I'm not going to go into all of them, excuse me. But I'm going to speak on the middle one, Paris, France, the top middle one. Paris, France is a 4-star hotel. Travelocity has it for $440 per night. Our iGo, and this was at the time when we took this, our iGo platform had that same hotel, same room for $130 per night. That's a savings of $310. So imagine you're not going to go to Paris for one night. Imagine going for 5 nights and saving over $1,500. What can you do with that? You could do all your shore excursions. You could do your shopping, go to your Louis Vuitton, whatever you want to do out there in Paris, right? You have a lot that you could do with that $1,500. Or you're going 7 nights and you're saving $2,000. Savings is earnings, people. So that alone gives you that benefit of membership having those privileges. So even if you join just to have your own personal discounts for your travel, if you're one who travels a lot, that alone does that for you. So now looking down at the bottom right hand corner, these are the reservation confirmations, and our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs, he wanted to go and test this site. He wanted to test the iGo platform to make sure that if they were giving our customers discounts, that we would still be treated properly and we wasn't going to get low class service. So he went and he booked a stay down in Mexico. He ended up, his reservation was $1,348. He actually saved $1,589, which is more than the actual reservation. And then he got the reward credits of $1,687. So we're looking to give you a 5-star lifestyle, at 3-star prices. So we have our core services, which are hotels, rental cars, cruises. We have flights, but flights are not discounted. Why? Because they're FAA regulated and they fluctuate too much. We have our homes, which is our Airbnbs, weeks, marketplace, and timeshare. We also have shore excursions, theme parks, outdoor activities, shopping rewards, and golfing, wine clubs, gift cards, restaurant savings. So you could go on your restaurant site, find a coupon with a value of $100 and buy it for like $10, $11. We have worldwide tours and emergency travel services. So even though people are not traveling right now, we can still profit from customers when they go ahead and go to the theme parks once they open back up, or if they're doing the shopping rewards. Anything that they save on, you're going to be paid. So what we also have is a price guarantee. So if you find a lower price online on any other site, we will refund you 110% of the difference. So this means that iGo is always cheaper, because even if we're a little higher at any given time, we're going to still honor that and give you the 110%. So we're going to make the price difference and give you 10% off. So how does this look? This is you. Look over here on the left and you see the ambassador platform and the customer platform. Remember, the ambassadors get up to 70% off and customers up to 35%, because we're giving them half of our 70%. That's why we get paid 50% of what they save. So this is you. So Cantuan's on the line. Let's just say this is Cantuan. I don't know if it's still on the line, but he was when I started. Cantuan decides, this looks good. I'm going to join this business, but how am I going to be making this money? So I say to him, this is you, Cantuan. You're going to throw out a boomerang to your customers. When you throw this boomerang to your customer, a boomerang is just a 6-digit code that gives them access to the private website. That's all it is. And it's free. You're giving it to them for free. They're going to go on and you're going to say, you're going away. You're going up to Guantanamo, Mexico to play some golf after all of this is said and done. So when you go and give them that code, they're going to go on the iGo platform and they're going to see that they can save $212. It's going to show them that the public price is normally $1,046, but they're going to get it for a total of $834. You got it for $621 because you're a member. Membership has its privileges. They don't know what you paid, but they're excited because they saved $212. So look what happens. You throw them out the boomerang. They save $212. The boomerang comes back to you and you get $106 just for giving them a code. I don't know how much people get paid an hour, but $106 just for telling somebody to take this code and put it in this website, that's a lot of money. So imagine if this was $1,000. That meant they would have saved $1,000, you would have got paid $500. If they would have saved $2,000, you would have got paid $1,000. So what I'm saying to you is when you get paid, this travel savings bonus, you see it has a $sign beside it. It is cash money. It's not reward credits. It's not points. It's not fruit baskets. You can't take that to the bank to pay your mortgage. It's actual cash. And then what happens if the other 35%, it goes into commissionable volume and the 15% goes to the company. So remember the commissionable volume, this screen's happening up. I would explain it 2 slides over. So Cantuan's saying, okay, that sounds good, but how can I make more than that? I need more than $106 to them. I said, okay, well, you go out and you get yourself 10 customers. You have 10 co-workers, you have 10 family members, you have 10 people that play on one of your football teams. Go out and get yourself 10 customers. 10 customers earning an annual savings of $600, that's going to be $6,000 per year. You throw that out to 10, it's going to come back to you in travel savings bonus of $3,000. Okay, you could license and insure your car. That's about it. You need more than that. So you go and you get more customers. You add a 0 to that, make it 100 customers. That means you're going to get $30,000 per year. Make it 1,000 customers. Then you're looking at 300,000. That might be too much for you. I don't know what you need. Might be too much for you. You might want to keep it conservative. But whatever it is that you want, you can go out and get it. So then you decide, okay, well, I don't know that many people. Let me build a team. So you go and get 25 people, or a team of 50, get 25 people, they got 2 people each. You got 50 people. Now with this team, team's gonna give you the leverage, but these are gonna be your team's customers. These team members here, they're gonna end up having 500 customers if all of them give out 10 boomerangs. So the same thing, same numbers, $600 per person. You're going to have an override. Remember that green circle that I said, that commissionable volume? Well, that's what you're going to be paid on these 500 customers, because you're not the one going out and actually getting the customer. Your team members are. Remember, when you go out and get your customers, you get 50%. When your team members go out and get them, you get the override in that green circle. So you're going to get $58 per day, an average of $1,726 a month, and $20,712 per year. Now, what can you guys do with that? Just think about what you can do with $20,000. It might not seem like a lot of money, But right now, right at this moment, I'm sure $20,000 could do something for you, because it could do something for me. Okay, so one of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry is the rideshare industry. Guys, we're back to the Prius. This is our technology. This is our technology. So we got the front door of travel. That's our first vertical. But in our house, we have a whole lot of rooms, all different verticals. Travel's the front door. Why? Because everybody wants to travel. From the 4-year-old who says they want to go to Disney World to see Mickey Mouse, to the 74-year-old who still wants to cruise. Everybody likes to travel, and I can't wait till we could be getting out of here and going, because we got cabin fever. We're part of the cabin fever crew. We're used to traveling, ready to go. That's going to be our front door. This is our mousetrap where we get our customers into the pre-op, because why? The pre-op's going to do the upselling, it's going to do the selling and all of that for us. So our second vertical is rideshare. Mr. Bugs went out and bought a rideshare company, debt-free. We have earned our own rideshare company called Vibe Ride. That's our second vertical. Now, I boomerang because we have almost 800 customers, and we're looking to go to 1 million. Companies are watching. Companies are watching that, and they are saying that they want to bring their product to make it our next vertical. But they have to come correct. They have to come with a product that's going to allow us to give savings to our customers so that our ambassadors can get paid 50%. So a lot of things are coming down the pipeline. I don't know exactly which one's coming first or what's next, but Mr. Bugs has said that it is bigger than IGO and Vibe Ride put together. So I can't even imagine. I just know that I want to be in position to already have my customers in play. So the rideshare industry, the timing is right. Rideshare industry alone is $24.4 billion. Transportation is $1.2 trillion. So look how big of a portion that rideshare is in this transportation industry. We have 98 million rideshare passengers. We have 5.3 million drivers and growing. This is the whole industry. So Vibe Ride is the next generation rideshare. Why? We have 3 ways to earn. The other companies, the driver takes you for a ride, you get out, you pay the fare, that's the end of the transaction. Rideshare, we have 3 ways to earn. Earn when you drive, and because we're looking at business ownership, earn when others drive. So instead of you just driving, or even if you don't drive and you want to build a fleet of drivers, you go out and you get yourself 20 drivers. 50 drivers, 200 drivers. Some people now have almost 500 drivers already in this company. Every single time that driver drives a passenger, you're going to get paid. So if you're one who just wants to not work and build a fleet, this is business ownership. This is entrepreneurship. Build yourself a fleet. If you're one who does drive, still build a fleet. Because when you knock off, you'll still be getting earnings on whatever that person who's driving, who you referred, you're going to get earnings on their drive. Then we earn when customers ride. So this is the fare breakdown for $100. On the left, you see if you referred the driver, they're going to get 75%. That means in this case, $75. If you are the referrer, you're going to earn 3%, $3 in this case. Then $3 or 3% is going to go to the rideshare pool, the rideshare pool. If you refer passengers, you know friends who are going away, they're going to Miami or Dallas or Houston, Texas area, give them a code. Tell them when they get there, instead of using one of the other rideshare companies, call Vibe Ride. Choose your vibe. Choose your vibe means that you could select what type of music you want, what type of temperature you want. If you want the driver talking to you, you could select, if you're a female, you want a female driver. It's late at night, you don't want a male driver. You could press girl power and only a female driver will pick you up. And same way, if you're a female driver, and you only want female passengers, you could use that girl power button as well. So right now, Vibe Rides is actively working right now in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and Orlando, and Houston and Dallas, Texas. We're already up and running. So if you have any ties to any of those areas, this is something that you want to consider. Because just imagine having 50 drivers. And every single time they picked up a passenger, if they're doing 10, 15 rides per day, every single time they pick up a passenger and a fare is given, you're going to get 3% of that fare. This is going to be daily income. Right now we earn weekly and monthly, but this is going to be daily income. Okay. So do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. And all it is, like I said, is you're going to throw out a code. You're going to get a customer, a driver, or a rider. All codes are going to go to igoboom.com. And you're going to put the code in. The codes are smart, and they're going to take the customer straight to the correct landing page. So either iGo Travel, Vibe Driver, or Vibe Rider. And every activated boomerang nourishes a child through our Boom Foundation. That's another way iBoomerang gives back. We have served over 4.4 million proper servings of nutrition in 2019. Okay, that's for this poor little babies. So how do you get started? We're gonna look at the enrollment fee. This is the first entrance fee, standby fee. It's $49.95. It's one iBoomerang customer site. You get up to 35% on that site because it's not the member site. It's 5 boomerangs to send out to 5 customers. So you could go ahead and get yourself 5 customers. You're going to get 25% of the direct travel savings bonuses. So in that example, where Kenton would have earned $106, if he's on standby, he would earn $53. You're going to get 25% of referral commissions. That means that if you have a private function, a wedding, or a family church cruise, or anything like that, and you want it personalized, because we are not travel agents, we do have access to Extreme Travel. You can refer to them and they'll give you 25% of the referral commissions. We got the I Decide presentation. You might not want to do this. You don't have to do this. You can either be a professional inviter and just get your guests to our presentations and let me do it, or whoever's doing the presentation for you. Or you can send out an I Decide. It's a computerized presentation. It's about 20 minutes. At the end of it, the guests will have the option to decide whether they want to be a business owner or whether they want to be a customer, just to get the discounts. You got an Ambassador Online Management System. This is your back office. That's going to track everything that's got to do with your business. Okay, so we all know that standby means that you don't have a seat on the plane. You're just sitting there watching the monitor to see if your name's going to be called. We want you to get a seat on the plane. We want you to fly with us so that you could ride into some wealth. You're going to be looking at, if you're in coach class, that you're going to get an iGo booking engine for hotels, flights, and rental cars. Remember, flights are not discounted, but they do give you credits for it, and you can use those credits for toward your hotel stay, any other services that we have. You do get credits on flight. For business class, you get everything Coach has, plus you get cruises. So if you're one who likes to cruise, that means that Coach class is not for you. First class, you get everything from business class. You get homes. The weeks are out of this world. We're talking about a 1-week stay in Hawaii for $200 and something for the whole entire week, and a resort. The weeks are just really, really awesome. You get the marketplace, lifestyle, and timeshare. When you're in coach class, your boomerangs, you're going to get 10 boomerangs. These boomerangs are worth $300 each. So you're looking at $3,000, and that's at the least. That means you give them this boomerang, they activate that code once, just to give them access to our bookings.igo for less. And every time they travel after that, this year, next year, year after next, you're still going to get paid if they save. This is where the residual income comes into play. So when your customer goes from there, I had a customer went on, saved $350. I was excited. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get $175. But what's more exciting is that because she saved $350 on her hotel, every single time she goes to travel now, she's gonna go to the iGo site. And every time she books, and saves, I'm gonna get paid. That's how it works. So you go in and get your customers. So just tell them 10 boomerangs worth $3,000. You're going to get 50% on the travel savings bonus on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. Pay attention to this because this is important. This means that if you're in coach class and somebody books a cruise and they save $1,000, you're not going to get the $500. You're only going to get $250. Business class, you get 25 boomerangs, but you get the full 100% travel savings bonus. So you get the full 50%. Which if they save $1,000, you're gonna get $500. And that's on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. But as you can see, if you're in business class, you're not getting paid for the homes, the weeks, the marketplace, and all that stuff in lifestyle and first class. You're gonna get over to first class if you want to get paid on everything. So you don't want to leave anything on the table. You get 50 boomerangs, which is a value of $15,000, and you get 100% savings bonuses on everything that we have to offer. Okay, we also have the dual team. The dual team just means that if you decide that you want to be a builder, you only have 2 teams. Dual means 2, so you're only going to have 2 teams, a left or a right. And every week on the Monday night, you're going to get paid whatever volume is in your lease side, the lease side. So if you're coach class, you're going to get 10%, business class 12%, and first class 15%. So again, do you want to leave money on the table? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself right now. Put on your business cap. Put on your business cap. If you're going to do the same work, you want to decide if you're going to make 10%, 12%, or 15%. So coach class is $250, business class is $500, and right now first class is $799, guys. It's normally $1,000, but for the month of May, our generous CEO has discounted it for our economic stimulus plan, and it's $799 plus the $49.95 enrollment fee. Okay, so all of these packs, whichever pack you pick, whenever you get started in this business, you're going to have a $99.95 overhead. That's going to be your cost to keep your business going. Now, I had a business, my husband and I had a carpet cleaning business, and we paid $99 per day for gasoline. We also had to pay when the tires needed to be repaired. We had to buy chemical to do the carpet cleaning. We had to license and insure the vehicle. We had to pay payroll tax. We had a whole lot of overhead. What I like about iBoomerang is that it's a low investment to start. You're talking about a company where you could go and make yourself, the cap is like $1 million. 250 a week is the cap. 50,000 a week is the cap. I'm not saying that that's a huge number. You probably can't even imagine it. But what I'm saying to you is that for a company that you can make millions of dollars on, you're talking about $99.95 per month. If you make $2,000 a month, 5, 10, 15, 20, or 100,000 a month, you're still going to pay $99.95. What comes with this $95 is the support that the pro gives you. Remember, they're going to be doing all your selling to your customers. It's going to handle the payroll in the back office. When these customers are traveling and whether getting the travel savings bonuses, you have to be paid. So the crib's going to pay you for that. The $99.95 is going to give you your own website. These websites are free to our customers. So these customers have customer service that they get. They don't call you if they have a problem. They have a customer service line to call. So all of this is covered by this $99.95, and that's just a steal. It's just very low. Also, every time you pay your $99.95, you get 10 extra boomerangs every month. So that means that there's a value of $3,000. So you're getting a value of at least $3,000 for $99.95. Okay, so for 1 second. So for people who are thinking, we're not traveling now, you're correct. So we're not going to get these travel savings bonuses until people do start traveling again. But you can still start building your customer database. You can still start getting people involved, right? You can still start building your business. This is for the business owners right here. If you know of anyone who is not working or who's going back to reduced hours and they need additional income, they need to be on this call. Because if they started tonight, they can start earning as soon as week after next. Because what we do from Monday to Sunday, whatever you do as far as adding people to your business and building your business, just like any sales job, just like if you're going to sell pharmaceuticals and you got a commission on what you've sold, iBoomerang rewards you for adding people to their company because they're not advertising. So you go and you start building a team and you get someone in coach class, business class, or first class, you're gonna get an earnings of $22.50, $45, or $90. Now that $90 is when it's normally $1,000. Right now it's $62.50. So if you're someone who's been working all this time and now you're laid off, and you say, I was making $800 a month. A week, sorry. Say 450. Say 450 a week. That means that if you decide to do this business, you need to know that you can go and get yourself 5 first-class people in that week to make your 450. Or you can mix up coach, business, whatever it is that you need. This is why I'm saying you set what you need and then you go and you get what you need. But these people, we have hope to give to people right now who's not working, that they can join this business for a low cost. It's a low investment, and then they can work the business. That $99.95 that I talked about, I've never had to pay that because I started in August and I started first class, and by September, I had already made my full investment back. Everything else now is a profit. And I've never had to pay $99.95 out of my pocket. It comes out of my profits that I get from my Marine. So where are you now? I want you all to just stop and think, all the guests who's on the line. I don't know your financial situation. Like I said, you might need to put your children through school. You might need to pay off a mortgage. You might want to buy a new home. You might need to look after your parents. I don't know. But what I want you to ask yourself, and you don't have to answer me, it's just where you are now. Where would you like to be? And do you have a plan to get there? That's the thing. Do you have a plan B? I'm not saying you have to leave your job. You could work this for me. I'm leaving my job. I'm working this now so it could take over my job. My why is big. Like, I need to get to a point where I don't have to go to work because I want lifestyle. You have people who have money and no time. You have people who have time but no money. So I want both. I want to be able to say I have time to do what I want to do and I have the money to do it. So most of us are familiar with the E quadrant, as we have been trained or conditioned to be employees. That means you have a job, you have no leverage, you have 5% wealth, and the amount of active work determines your income. So your time equals your money. This is the left side of the quadrant. You're self-employed, that's no better. It's wonderful, proud of you. Yes, you got your own business, but you earn a job, meaning that you still have to exchange the amount of active work is going to determine your income. And if something happens to you when you're self-employed, if the income is determined by what it is that you do and you can't work, then you're not going to be paid. So then we have the right side, the business owner and the investor. So being an employee or self-employed makes up for about 95% of the population, and it creates a huge dependency on ourselves. We want to take us to that right side of the quadrant where we're business owners and investors, where the work that we do is doing for our dreams and not for somebody else's. A job, you have somebody that tells you what time to make. You have someone that tells you how much you need to get paid for that time. You have someone that tells you how many weeks out of a year you can be off and when. That you can't even be off the time that you want. You get 3 to 4 weeks a year and they tell you vacation denied because of whatever reason. We need to change our mindset. It's like we are being abused by the wealthy. We need to change our mindset to get us onto the right side of that quadrant where we can be our business owners and we'll have leverage, because the income is not going to be dependent on the work that you do. This is going to be residual income that's going to come in, like I said, while you are sleeping. And investing, you're going to invest in your own investments, and that's going to give you leverage, and that's 5% of the population. But your money is going to work for you. Okay, so that's all I have to say for this. I want you to get started and not now, but right now. And think about this. Guys, I tell you, I'm the manager, admissions manager at the hospital. Now, my team, I'll just talk about my immediate team on the front line, emergency department. When those girls start, and guys too, it's like, how are we gonna ever learn this? Well, this business, I'm giving you a lot of information. Just know that it's already a system in place that works. So you're not going to know everything tonight, but it doesn't stop you from getting started. Because just like when you go to your day one of your job, you don't know everything, but by 1 week goes by, you start feeling a little bit better. 2 weeks goes by, you got comfortable. So with this company, you got started and you get started earning. And then as things happen, more and more is going to come to you. Like I said, the pre-op is going to help you with all the training. We have excellent support. We have training school. We call it flight school on Saturday mornings, or you can watch it whenever later at a later time if you can't make the 10 o'clock. But every Saturday at 10 o'clock, we have flight school training with our leaders. You can't beat it. We have excellent support. So let me just say, it's a disclaimer that remember, what you put into it is going to be what you get out of it. Just like going to the gym, you could go to the gym and pay your membership, and if you don't show up, nothing's going to happen for you.
When I look at iBoomerang and how big the opportunity is, I compare it to the giants in business, not the giants in network marketing. I've watched Uber, I've watched Amazon, I've watched Airbnb, and I've watched them take an unlimited approach to encompassing the entire world and be able to have the entire world participate in their mission. And iBoomerang is no different. You know, travel is something that's huge. It's $8.7 trillion every year, and that's only one component of what we'll be able to do.